the next decade is shaping up to be one of significant transformation in commercial aviation. A full 10 years on from the global pandemic, Airbus is carefully laying the groundwork for what could be the successor to the A320 family. If the manufacturer sticks to its tentative schedule, we might see this new aircraft entering service around 2037 or 2038. That may seem far off 12 years from now, but those years are expected to be filled with innovation, experimentation, and intense development. At present, Airbus is in no rush. The A320neo family remains incredibly popular, and the recently launched A321XLR has taken the market by storm, winning over customers across the globe. Orders are flowing in steadily, and Airbus continues to ramp up production to meet growing demand, assuming, of course, that global supply chains can return to full strength. The backlog isn't shrinking, it's increasing. This popularity grants Airbus the breathing room it needs. But while the current single-aisle lineup isn't facing any immediate pressure, Airbus understands it can't afford to slow down. The path to long-term dominance demands that work on the next-generation aircraft continues aggressively behind the scenes. Even when this new aircraft does eventually debut, many airlines will still be taking delivery of the A320neo family. However, others, particularly those with larger or older fleets, will be actively seeking its replacement. After all, by the time this future jet enters commercial service, it will have been 2 decades since the A320neo first took flight. Technological leaps over those years will make the need for greater efficiency and lower emissions more urgent than ever, particularly as sustainability becomes a central pillar of global aviation. Of course, all of this depends on the timelines actually being met, which in the world of commercial aircraft is far from guaranteed. A year might seem like nothing, but it can be everything in aerospace development. Delays are knows it. Boeing knows it. We've seen how massive projects are rarely delivered without hiccups, and launching a next-gen airliner is among the most complex engineering feats in existence. This isn't a consumer gadget, it's a multi-billion system designed to safely carry millions of passengers for decades. For Airbus, the race to produce the next-generation single-aisle aircraft is about more than satisfying customer demand. It's also a response to its ongoing competition with Boeing. The American manufacturer has faced a difficult 5 years. The 737 MAX crisis damaged its reputation, and certification delays continue to plague the program. As Boeing diverts crucial resources to addressing those issues, its ability to focus on what comes next is strained. That's where Airbus sees its opportunity. While Boeing works to stabilize the MAX line and navigate regulatory minefields, Airbus is using its relative stability to forge ahead with its long-term vision. The new aircraft won't arrive until the 2030s, but Airbus is laying out clear steps both technically and strategically to ensure it's ready. If they can deliver a product that outperforms Boeing's next offering, particularly in efficiency, cost-effectiveness, and sustainability, Airbus could secure a commanding position in the single-aisle market for the foreseeable future. This is why Boeing can't afford to simply bide its time. Yes, rushing would be disastrous, especially given past missteps, but it also cannot afford to wait too long. The MAX needs to reach a point of stability, so Boeing can shift its focus forward towards innovation and competitive positioning. Otherwise, Airbus may leave them even further behind. Ultimately, the race for the next great commercial aircraft is already underway. Airbus is positioning itself with a deliberate, structured approach, while Boeing is still working to get its footing back. Whether this advantage translates into long-term dominance depends on how each company executes its next move. What Airbus is doing now isn't just about replacing a plane, it's about shaping the future of air travel. Let's see how this plays out. Airbus has laid out the roadmap. Now it's a matter of whether Boeing can catch up or if the next decade will belong to Europe. I'd love to hear your perspective. With Airbus outlining a rough timeline for the A320's successor, what do you think this means for the industry's future and Boeing's place in it? Thanks for watching, and take care. There's sure to be some great conversation in the comments, so jump in respectfully, as always, and I'll see you tomorrow for another deep dive into the aviation world.